Hi, I'm Malcolm and this is an introduction to the Airtex website. It gives you some background about how I designed the website and it gives you the information you need if you ever need to edit the website. So here's the website here and as you can see it's got some pictures and some information that comes up. You actually get three things when you get a website, and whoever designs a website actually is working with all three of these layers. They may not tell you that, they may not give you full access, but all three are always there. So at this level here, this is the website. Hiding behind the website is what is sometimes called the back end. So there's the front end, the website that people see. The back end is the database where the data is stored. So this stores things like the menus. Here's the main menu. So if I go to the main menu, you'll see here are the things you would look at. I've got a login page just now. I will get rid of that later. You've then got the home page, the about us page, our experience and contact us. So they're all there. And there are other tools available from here as well. The breathing forms is where I've used that to create the contact page. So breathing forms, if you go to contact us, you'll see this is how I set up the contact page. You ask for a name, email address, a message, and you do a spam check, and there's details about all of these. So you can look at all that stuff and you can get access to the back end if you want to edit anything. I'll come back to that later because I want to have a little look at what's called RS Page Builder. That was the tool I used to build the actual visible page. Here it is here, and it shows you the layout that's been used. Here's the stuff about steeplejacking, other services and rope access. I'll set that to full size so you can see it more clearly. So this is the tool I used to actually build up the main page. That allowed me to do the clever interactive stuff with the photos. So I said you had three levels. At the moment we've looked at two. This is the front end of the website, what you actually see. The back end, the tools that were used to build it. And then behind that there's a third layer, which is the actual file management side. So the file management side, normally you don't need to go near this at all, but this is where all the files are stored. So you can actually go right in here, look at the files, and the public, that's the actual website. So here's the website, here is the actual information about the modules that I use, the menus and so on. So this is a very sort of technical level, and you would very rarely need to go in here. Here's your where the footer is, for example, the strap line along the bottom. I didn't use this to create the footer. I created it all in what's called the back end of the database, but this is where the files are if needed. The other thing you can do at this level is you can create email addresses and do backups, things like that. So email accounts, here there's actually two email accounts at the moment, Dave at Airtex Structural and Inquiries at Airtex Structural. If you want to set up a new email address, you go to this C panel. So there's three different levels. Front end, you need a web address to reach that. The back end, you go to a different web address, and the control panel that deals with files, databases, emails, and you need a different web address to do that. So sometimes if people build your website, they won't give you that information, but I give you the full information here that allows you to see everything you will ever need, and about 100 things that you will never ever need, unless something goes drastically wrong. But this is the full information about the website. This explains the information, looks at the different parts that I set up. Some of them just take 10 minutes to set up, but they're all part of the process. Then behind that, these are the real detail of what's going on. Client information, the person that the site is for. Here are the three web addresses, I'll come back to that. This is the website address, what's called the back end, the administrator address, and cPanel, the control panel, allows you to set up emails. And there's lots of more information here. This is the original email used to pay for the site, for example. it's good to know which email was used in case there's a problem. Some of that I don't know because it was set up by Anne, so I've not been able to give you the full information here. It's obviously blanked out at the moment, but when I email it to you, you will see that. Then there's all the information about the hosting, who actually, where the information is stored, sometimes called the cloud, but it has to be stored somewhere. So this is where it's actually stored, and this is about the domain, the name. So the domain is a little bit like the registration plate on a car. Hosting is the garage that you store it in at night, and then Joomla is the engine that makes it all work. It's the database engine. As I say, you will not need to know this ever, really. But if something goes wrong with the website and I get run over by a bus, then this is the stuff you take to somebody and you say, okay, here are all the passwords, here's all the information, could you fix this for me? And some notes here. So I will email that document to you, and as I say, that gives you a bit more information about the 3 levels. Level 1, the website itself. Level 2, how to edit the website. And level 3, how to do other things like backup, create emails and so on. Just a word about editing the website, again, in case someone else is ever doing this. Normally I would create articles that are very easy to access, easy to change. In this case, the way they've been created is a little bit complicated because I wanted that feature of the pictures coming up in that way. So a little more complicated to allow that. So if you're in the back end of Joomla, you have to go to RS Page Builder. You'll then see the template I used, so you can select that, and that gives you the layout. I've not changed to that view, so let me briefly do that again. So you go to the admin pages, the back end, you go to the components, and you select RS Page Builder. When you go there, there's only one page we've created, the main page, and this gives you the layout. So here are the 3 main bits: steeplejacking, other services, and rope access. So to edit it, it's the little pencil. If I go in there, you'll see this is rope access. Here's the picture and the background, and a lot of it is in this thing called items at the back. So in items, you've got rope access, and this is where you actually store the picture, so you can change the picture if you wish. You can change the background. I did that nice faded background from the left for one picture, from the right for the other, the centre in the middle. And this is where you actually type in the text that you want. So as I say, accessing this text, a little bit more awkward than usual, but that was to allow the feature. The most complicated one is the middle one, because it's got more than one picture. Didn't want to look at the elements. What I wanted to do is edit this with a little pencil. So when you edit it, here we are with the picture for the middle. That looks straightforward, but we were using more than one photograph. So because of that, I've actually got 3 different items. They're basically identical. The only difference is the photograph. So this one here has 1 photograph. It still needs a green picture and the text. I then have to cancel that. I didn't need to go that far back, but I need to go into the second one. Here are the items. I looked at the first one, other services. The second one has to have the same title because that appears on the website, other services. Different picture, but I had to copy the same text and paste it in. So unfortunately, if you want to change the text in the middle one, you actually have to change it in 3 different boxes, because we've got 3 identical items here. I can close that guy. No, I don't want to remove it. Just go down to the bottom and I can close the item. There we go. So these are the 3, each with a photograph and each with a copy of the same text. So a little bit awkward, but that allowed the 3 pictures to appear and to scroll through them. Okay, so that's the At the end of that, hopefully that's been about 10 minutes, we've got the three things: the front end, the users access, the back end that allows you to edit that, and then cPanel that allows you to set up email addresses and so on. And what you'll get is a printout of all the information you need with all the passwords that allow you to access any of that as required. So I hope that's useful. Let me know if there's anything else I can do. Thanks.